Okay, so here we are back again. We've got our ghost haunting the cliff top. Bunch of things about to happen. Like, for example, the laboratory, we're going to have to apply first aid, a healing dose, to a good Dr. Calgar, who's suffering from alcoholism. We got a lot of stuff to do here, journal translations and such. We can get the puzzling journal done here. That requires one mystery, and currently the scholar has one mystery, so let's get that started. And let's see, none of our fatigues are heavy. Ooh. You're losing sanity? No, injury. That's right, because of the alcoholism. Atticus, I guess we already had you two set up here, so let's get you started. Alright, let's get time going. We need to get some more material to get our stuff going here. My vitality is restored. Excellent, Doctor. So, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a raw meat about to go bad. When it really goes... Could, You don't have idols, do you? You're a doctor, but you can't cook. Alright, so, probably for the best. Okay, so, we still got to find multiple versions of the symbol here, I think. And we have to get Dreamleaf conducted. So yeah, why don't we get another Dream Draw? Because apparently we're going to keep needing to use these. Now I think Catalytic Powder will help us here. And we'll start the task. Excellent. Oil bud as well. Tell that ghost will reappear someplace else, I'm sure. Alright. Okay, a bunch of things happened. Gideon's notes. I have the Valhalla tear and the fragments to accompany it, but at what cost? My song brought more than just the relic back from the depths. He is afflicted with some unearthly wasting disease. The doctors from Cairncross could not help him, and he is now so frail that I fear he may not recover on his own. I hope to find some assistance for him via my work or from the Seekers. Perhaps the cure lies somewhere within the walls of Nibru. In the meantime, I am sealing the chapel just as it has closed the laboratory. I don't want anyone to stumble across my work and end up injured. So the chapel, where we need to go eventually. And put this here. Now the coded journal is 3, this is 2, but do we have, yep, Gift of the Owl, which will allow him to do this one as well. The Runed Pot, as not ruined, but runed, which means it has runes on it. Alright, we'll start that test. The Chemical Worksheet Task Support +1. Detailed hand-drawn sheet of chemical tables and molecular diagrams translated from ancient tongues provides a guiding matrix for budding alchemists to lay out their calculations. This worksheet can support our activities in the laboratory. So yeah, there you go. And Focus Fern. Ooh. Have we done this stuff before? Possibly. Could just run around and get this puppy dealt with. There you go. Meanwhile... yeah, we don't have that ability. But you do have this ability. There you go. Now that the kid is gone, we can handle that. There's the forge. Always nice to have a forge. Never know when you might want to shoe a horse. Okay, perhaps we should put... Oh, we can't have more than one at a time. No, 2 at a time, it seems. And now we know better. Meanwhile, we only have 1 machine oil. So... pop it off. There you go. Hunger's not that high, but we're going to have to use up this meal anyways. Okay, so the machine room's off limits for the moment. Alright, Owl Tea. Got powder, which is good. Raven Scarp, which will allow some basic visions sometimes. Owl Tea, there you go. Replacing that. And yeah, we should probably just do the basic meal at this point. Unmat's Pot. Cast support +1. Victuals, a rune around this Kitsu repaired pot. That means to use gold to repair something by plugging the seams with it. Seems to go faint like glyphs traced in ember. Indiaki Unmat was a respected herbalist known for her exotic and sometimes unorthodox dishes. She claimed that a culinary benefits of this urn deprived from the expert selections of spices she kept within it. Her competitors were less generous, asserting that any special flavoring came from the mysterious metal that had the shards. Well, we don't know how that works, but it does give us a reusable tool for +1 culinary. It doesn't help us with the codex journal. You have to have this and this and this. Okay, so yeah, got a whole bunch of mechanical ones, but we don't have enough of this. The LT alone will not be enough. So we should look for some more. We're gonna do some dreaming. Who's got the highest sleepiness? Oh, Aster does. I think Aster and Calgar. Tell you what, Aster and Calgary. Tell you what, why don't you come here? We will get this part done here for the machine oil, unless we can't do it more than once. Oh, for God's sakes. Nope, apparently not. All right, so let's just have a meal, shall we? So we can cook another one. Then we'll get some sleep. Actually, we could do is a raven scarp after that. We need to cook the raw meat, so it's going to have to be someplace else. This place is a haven for germs. Yeah, probably true. Adequate vitals. Okay, so that's going to bring our hunger down to 0. Sleep's a bit high, though. So, Hawk, why don't you and Calgar and let's see, Aster's. Yeah, let's just take a nap, guys. Everybody, all right. Except I need. Well, we can do is use the bowl here, and that means anyone should be able to use the raw meat. So who's got the Vital? All right. You can, with a magic pot, actually get this done, even though you know how to cook. Just kind of cool how that works. Anyways. And we're not going to dream draw it. Although, any reason not to, really? Actually, we need a dream of something. We need a dream of the owl. All right. Let's go. At least we're getting well fed. That's a good thing. Just don't show up in the bedroom, thanks. Alright. That's no... Okay. Basic meal. Excellent. That'll last a while. Meanwhile, you are going to probably take a nap soon, so we're going to put dream drought you a bit. For the moment, let's take the Unmat's pot back. Now, what we need... We still need a vision of something, but... Mechanicist. Actually, doctor. Let's replace that healing. Get him. Excellent. Meanwhile... Atticus, you can... go foraging. Mechanicist, you can... Okay, I don't think we can do anything in the machine room right now, so I guess you just start digging. Oh, I locked him in, unfortunately. Oh well, what we can do is use the library codex. There you go. Alright, everyone. Keep looking. Oops, we need to start drugging out, man. It's kind of got some similarities. It's called simulator. It sounds complicated. I don't think the replay value is as good. Alright, gift to the owl is exactly what we need. Excellent. You didn't get an injury, did you? Good. But your fatigue is decent, so let's pop you out here. Have you dream draught, shall we? We're gonna get you loaded. Drug use is just catastrophic in this. Alright, chasing charcoal. Okay, looks like we're maxed out on all of the stuff we can have here, so let's grab the raven scarp. The spyglass. Actually, you could put him here. Mechanicist. Can you do that? You can. Atticus can do some digging in the dirt. Always. I think he's also getting from the garden. But, oh, there you are. Good doctor. Another healing dose. So we can get 2 of these things. Got it. Good. I think you should be able to do that. Yep. Excellent. Help us. If nothing more, help us with the tarot. Okay, gift to the bee is +1. Excellent. Agari is not injured, slightly fatigued though. So, okay, let me check something. Mysteries 1. Could actually pull him out while you're busy at the moment. The doctor could do this. The gift of the owl. Put the coded journal in place. Gives us 2. I need 1 more, which I believe we can get from the tracing charcoal. All right. Hit it. Sleep is restorative. Excellent. Dream of the cliffs. A drawing from the dream, hastily sketched in a torn newspaper. I'm standing in a sea of shallow grass, the wind folding around my feet in waves. A pale child, the Ackerson son, is here. He looks towards me quizzically, then points towards a silhouette of a rocky granite outcropping the distant bleak cliffside. When I turn back, he is gone, but the shape of the stone stays in my mind as I wake. Perhaps it's somewhere within sight of the mansion. Okay. Gonna need this to be done over there. And it looks like the requirement is 2. I think. Let's see. I think we've got Tracker's Guide. There you go. Alright, so that's going to be necessary for Atticus to do it. So we just got to wait for these to sort of come back. But the archives are probably maxed out at this point. Well, we can try to see if there's something we're about to use here. Doubtful. It's about all he's got. Actually, we can have her do it, but it just seems appropriate for Atticus to do it. Moongrain. Excellent. Why don't you go ahead and do that? And Scarp will dream of the cliff here. Plus, grab the Tracker's Guide. There you go. Dream of the cliffs. Get that solved. Oil bud. Dream leaf. Both of these need to be brewed. Let me have a moment. Probably the coded journal is going to be a lot. Oh no, we're in trouble here. Yep, madness will go up slowly. The vision was true. Okay, found the tear. Simon's note. I did it. I took a necklace and hid it in my den. Pa forgot to lock the chapel, so I got in and stole it. It took a terrible long time to get it all here, as it was weird heavy to carry. I am all tired and hurting from being so poorly. I know I should not have taken it. Pa will be angry. But I do not want to hurt him or Mom. Even get outside the house. It might get better. I hope so. I'm sorry. All right, cool. We've got the tier. A small upgrade. With incantations. A small pendant consisting of a simple brass clasp holding an eerie blood-red crystal. The interior of the tier seems to glow with a particular illumination, as if it holds strange boiling mist. The tier was recovered during a Balhausian burial site and brought to Black Sands during the Veldt War. It is said it can provide the wearer with power and insight, but it will extract a toll on the user's body in return. A cult of item power might be enhanced given right location and offerings. So I'll have to enhance that later, but it's +1 incantations. See if anybody has anything to say about all this, but put the trial back. Okay. Substances. Let's see. It requires 2. Oilboat requires 1. If we might not be able to do machine oil. What is machine oil anyways? +1. Yeah, we don't have a lot of this task at the moment. Could, however, put Mechanicus here and grab gift to the bee. Metallic powder, actually, it's easier to get. Good. We got the Tracker's Guide back, which we needed. So we can keep things cycling in and out this way. Here, you stay out of that room, okay? You start creating dream toxin. You're still doing that. You're brewing some moonshine. Who's got the highest sanity loss? Probably Aster, but Vitali got the least. Of course you do. We need to be able to use that. The moon grain's going to go to nothing, I think. Sure. Okay. Next time we'll have a good drinking session, all right? Yeah, there it is. Gideon's notes in the chapel code. Let's put this in place here. Atticus is absolutely correct. Need to get good drink in, so put you here. Put you there. Moonshine here. Articalia here. Needs a good stiff drink. Gideon's notes. I heard the hounds again last night. I could not decide if their howlings were real or just echoes in my mind. I have barely slept. Simon's condition is worsening. I must find a solution, either in words or actions. The eye will not close again. I must find a way to blind it while I seek the cure. I can still see the key in my dreams. Her bifurcated, which I think splits in half, head, dark gaping maw. But no, I'm a seeker now, even without this ceremony. I will step beyond the threshold. I will compel the instruments in Nibrai to obey me. That went super well, didn't it? Chapel code, on the other hand. Choirs. Machine room. Okay. Does anybody have Mechanicus here? Devices? Cool, you can do it. Even though you... No, we'll just leave that for now. We still have a drinking session to do. Sanity. Vitali is the best one here. Okay. Can actually do machine oil and give to the monkey. Let's have you do it. Everybody else goes drinking. Okay. And, alright, so. Okay. And speaker's letter. Excellent. My studies revealed. Excellent. We'll get to you in a moment. All right. We still need a stiff drink. Okay, Dream Draught goes here. Oh, god damn it. Speaker's letter. Brother Ackerson, we understand that in recovering the tear your son has been hurt. It is unfortunate and regrettable, but we do not swerve from your path now. The knowledge and power you acquire can cleanse your son of any ailment, void-born or otherwise. God damn it, we're back to the void again. You must reach further, only into the inner circles of the unseen twin. Wait, the witch and the... God, who are the twins in called the simulator again? It's the witch and the... Sister and the witch. There we go. Alright. Only then you can find the power to heal your son and fortify your family for what is to come. Prepare your summoning chamber, assemble the rite of the opening eye, and speak with the key, the guardian of the first circle. You must pass the darkness to reach the illumination beyond, the communion. Good. At last, the fog begins to clear. The Seekers are trying to contact Nibru, a mythical domain of cosmic power. An unseen isle lies outside of natural time and space. Vitali frowns, looking concerned yet excited. Engaging with these histories is enlightening, but it is also dangerous. I think we should assume Gideon had already begun his journey down that path. The chapel has clearly been used for ritualistic practices. Yeah, I'm kind of going Mechanicus here. Astor examines the thick oak door. We can assume it was locked to prevent his family from discovering his work. If he was hiding his activities here, then what might await us in the other sealed chambers? Alright, so first, let's get this to records, go to journal. Let's, read. Okay, so we're going to need LT plus another one of the, appropriate dream. Meanwhile, all of us are going to have a really good drink, okay? Go here, go there, grab this, put this in place. All right, everybody, just chill, all right? All that madness will go away shortly. Oh no, it's day 4. Don't know if it means good or a bad thing. Alright, this is good stuff. Everybody's feeling a little better, right? Ooh, it only works for one person, however. Had a hawk. Hawk, what's your sanity at, man? Madness is 0, Madness 0, Madness... Oh, it just hasn't caught up yet. Alright, so we've all had a good couple hours of drinking, which is always good for the psyche. So what's next? Alright, so we need to get the Mechanicus oil going up, so we can quite swiftly get this started. We'll tackle that. Okay, Vitali, you have to dream, so looks like it's drugs for you. Again, all of this is just... This is how scholars become truly problematic. Anyways, let's grab Calgary, grab him the Dream Draught. Or the Dream Draught. And you, just like, we need stuff. You will just start digging stuff out. There you go. All right. These are our supplies need reconstruction. Sigh. And the kid can just chill out over there. Give it to the owl. That's what we need. Give it to the owl, LT, and Vitali. There you go. Start the task of decroding that thing. All right. So the rest of us will just continue our missions. All right, sleep off for some that deem of a needle. The sound of a distant rainstorm blends with the dying crackle of a guttering candle. The moonlight will soon be the only illumination in this chamber. Its watering light casting long shadows over a scarred desk covered in scattered journals and torn pages. The head and folded arms of an insensate man have been pushed aside the books and quills to use his wooden surface as an awkward pillow. His breathing is deep and slow, and his sleep holds no dreams. His source of his slumber, a glinting medicinal syringe, lights discarded in a glow-dark corner. Opium. Or heroin. But yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. Meanwhile... okay, machine oil, excellent. I think there's anything else we can... Focus herb. Kitchen. Atticus can do that, plus the healing sprig here. And let's get your codex up and running, shall we? Ooh, he doesn't have that ability. Okay. You might have, though, so I might not have done that properly. Mystery's roots, but we can get you digging. Good. You'd like to get your hands dirty. Go. The ghost is gone. Be back to the cliff shortly. Everyone's getting a bit sleepy. Ooh, night has fallen, I guess? Or... Okay, Gideon's notes. He was dying. I had no choice. I summoned the key while the veils were still thin. I demanded that she take him into the gardens of the first circle. The rot will stop there. He will not worsen, but he cannot stay long without protection. He will become ash. He will wither away. I will raise myself further. I can enter Nibiru of my own violation. I will compel the needle to cure Simon. I shall bring him home. Sophia must not know. It is best that she believes I have sent him to some private city infirmary. Once I return, she will see the reasoning and the glorious path ahead for all of us. The shadows cast long on this house. Perhaps there is still time. What has Ackerson done? Has he really offered up his own child to some eldritch horror? Real monsters or rotten seekers, it don't matter to me. It's abduction, plain and simple. Atticus clenches his fists. We must find the boy. I don't care if Gideon's ever seen again. Yes, Atticus. He seems to have made a pact with the communion, or the entities they revere, and to hide this from his wife. Such arrogance. Sophia Ackerson is no idiot. Her intellect is easily a match for her husband. She will not be fooled. Aster adjusts her goggles anxiously. But of more pressing concern, who is the key? A demon, a seeker, or something else? If my memory serves me correctly, the key is an instrument of Nibiru, the chief doorkeep of the unseen twin. If Gideon has woken such an entity, then we'll face more fearsome dangers than the communion's thugs. Wait, can we actually get attacked in this game? Oh, okay. Records. Okay, the records, by the way, all here. But... let's see. Okay, so that part is done. Healing sprig. Every healing dose, we might be able to use it. Focus verb. So we could get the LT back. Let's see. Dream of a needle. 2. Okay, it must be done the study. Do we have... Now you're gonna have to wait till the LT is done, apparently. Okay, so deal with that later. Okay, so what next? What can you do? Well, if there's anything in the archives that we're looking for. And you... I don't think you can hunt. So start that. You, Catechist, grab that. Alright, so get that done. Because we have to get some more herbs for the, some more grain for the moonshine. Everybody's got a task at the moment, right? Nope. Scholar Vitali, you do not have your task. There you go. Lord's Chamber is probably one of our congregate points, as it were. Okay. Alright. Agari note. I have only begun here a few days, but this place is already getting under my skin. It doesn't help that I can't access my own medicine here. I need to find some organic evidence of the family if I am to properly employ my skills. But as always, discovery of a body would be a double-edged event. The intrigue of an organic trail paired with the grief of yet another death. I have seen too much death in my work already. That is why I blunt the sharpness the world would drink. On another note, it seems I have met the hireling Atticus before. I do remember the incident at Aldworth and his hulking presence. He's a crude man, but an impressive physical specimen. Yeah, everybody wants to in everybody's pants. Okay, document books. A package of some sort's been delivered. Atticus shifts the lever-bound box in his boot. I didn't see anybody drop it off, but I guess we need to keep an eye on it for any other stuff that might appear. Ah, indeed, Atticus. I recall the Ackersons often employed couriers to gather items from the town, especially so as to begin to withdraw from the Black Sands themselves. Okay, so the document box requires 3 in the laboratory. Okay, so we've got chemical sheet and the gift to the bee. That should be more than enough for whoever opens up first. Here, just put this over here. So much to do. Okay, so have to wait till somebody gets available. That's what the timer is for when things arrive. Okay, so sure, we will focus our attention elsewhere. Why don't you grab the Dream of the Needle? Okay, and you need... Oh wait, the T, there it is. Okay, while that is going on, document box is a laboratory. It requires 3. Okay, so we're going to need this and this, so we should be able to do it with the good doctor. Give it to the B and the document box. All right. Ooh, still short one because he's... Where is it? Okay, chemical worksheet. There you go. Get her gone. Alright, so anything else need to be created? Oil bud, which we can't do from here. Focus fern, which we're going to have to do because we're going to be out of the tea shortly. God, he's just man's places in the kitchen, apparently. Yeah. You keep looking for things, shall we? There we go. Okay, so we're going to have a syringe from over here. We're going to have what's in the box there, and probably meat and tea here. So, you got to keep the victuals up. It's important. Let's dive into the dark forces of the universe head first, shall we? Alright, the vision came true. Glinting syringe. A bright needle winks under the stained glass cylinder. A medical hypodermic commonly used to extract or inoculate the blood. A dirty tube makes it hard to tell which of these was used for last. Could perform a task with this in laboratory. New pilgrims at Highrook. A reopening is at hand, but you do not appear to be seekers. I pray you have the insight to act wisely, where Gideon acted without real consideration. Ackerson was a talented scholar, but his downfall was to trust the communion. Their knowledge and ambitions are flawed and naive. His use of Dreamlift led to the discovery of the tear, but his subsequent actions are rash and ill-informed. I hope that your progress will be more eliminated. To this end, I offer you part of the whole you seek. Make good use of this gift when we might speak again. And also V. So yeah, this has been straight from Night City. Anyways. Oh no! The opening eye. A right to break the threshold of the first circle. A knock on the gates of Nabru. Draw an arched door upon the wall in white chalk. Circumscribe the form in a circle. At the apex of the arch, draw a 12-pointed star. With your forehead pressed against the star, sing the song on the autumn key. Hold the edges of the frame. Stare beyond the wall, eyes shut until the tears will drop to the floor. Close your eyes, close your mind, and open the door. The fragments have formed the opening eye, a ritual that the Seekers urged Gideon to complete. It is a window into Nebrel's hidden domain. Vitali shuffles on the chamber, nervous but excited. It might seem foolish, but I think we must perform this rite to further our investigations. Vitali, are you mad? Those evil rites should be burned, not performed. We should look for the Ackersons here in the real world. Atticus shakes his head vigorously. Gideon might have been insane, but we not follow him into his lunacy. I hear you, Atticus, but it is clear that Gideon was determined to carry out this ritual. Perhaps we can find fresh tracks by replicating his actions. You trusted my judgment during the keel fever epidemic, then please remain in step with us now. Aye, Miss Calgar, you pulled me and my boys through that outbreak. I still owe you for that. Medicus wrings his hands uncertain. I'm not happy with Vitali's plan, but it won't end well. But I'll do what you ask. For now. I plan on being the sole survivor. Alright, so what the heck? Alright. Okay, so basically this. To perform a task, we'll need 3 incantation, for which we have, of course, that one, and the gift to the snake. So we can actually perform it now. Whew. If we had somebody who had incantations, and I believe incantations only go... Oh, Mr. Doubles. Ooh, to Ackerson. Portly cat, barrel of soft gray fur. This cement gray cat purrs industrial as he stalks the halls of the room. Unperturbed by living of the dead, he maintains an air of self-sufficiency. Never mewing for attention or clawing for attention. Independent gentleman. His collar offers her name, but no province, and he's not referred to in any residence list. Nevertheless, he patrols the corridors in the manner of a landlord inspecting his domain, pausing here and there to permit the occasional scratch. The Granville gears. Perform a task in the dining room, guest rooms, or kitchen. I don't know. Oh. He's in the archives now. Can't pick him up. Immovable, infinite use. Okay, and he's also got plus all these support buttons. It's hilarious. Sure. That we could do right away, but first things first. Let's decant some oil. We already have some machine oil. Probably won't work. Hang on one second. Okay, so yeah, before we tackle it, I think we should probably get fatigue levels down a bit. So, let's see. Let's get the moon grain in place. Yeah, T in place. Let's see. I guess fatigue, yeah. I usually like to have people do that. But, you know, we could do that dream draught. And then, let's see, get the spyglass back in place. This goes here. Let's see, healing dose. Okay, can't get a second one, so we're not putting ingredients over here for now. Glinting syringe, task focus 2. Yeah, the laboratory. I do want to get this part done. Let's see, liquids. Gallic powder, there we go. Extract blood from there. The Canicus needs... Probably just needs stuff at this point. Who's the other one that's really tired? It wasn't Calgar, it was... Vitali. No, Aster. Alright, you two, take a nap. Vitali... And the can... Alright, fine. 3 of you take a nap. Alright? The doctor will just have to man the laboratory alone. Ooh, we need 1 eye. Whatever that is. Well, in that case, we could just do our thing here. There you go. Everybody take a nap. The middle of the day, I think. Love you, kitty. He randomly moves around, so it should be interesting to work with him. I am injured. A blood vial. A delicate test tube of blood extracted from one of the investigators. Despite the dark nature of the task, we might use this as part of some offering. Okay, so great. We got blood. Dr. Calgari's injured, however. And I see every time we do this, I hope you sterilize that first. Okay, well, healing dose goes in the laboratory, but it will reduce sanity if we... As long as we don't keep bleeding out, we should be fine. Okay? Sure, we'll come back. Anyways... Let's see... Healing dose, library, spyglass. Oh, gift to the monkey. Okay, so we got a lot of plus mechanical stuff here. Okay, so what now? Obviously we can get the ritual in a bit, but think okay for items. Although we could probably pull these guys off. Dr. Kagari, I need you. Oops, hang on. To use Maybe do they heal? That'd be an interesting one to check out. Ooh, dream dropped. Okay, while that's going on, let's see. You don't need a meal this time in, although maybe the basic meal will last a bit. Okay, so. And let's see. Nice kitty. Library Codex. Simple trial. Okay, requirement not met. Alright, you do that, you do this. Spyglass, you do that, I guess. Hit it. Just want everybody recovered, that's all. Ready to go? Raring, ready to go. Meow. Excellent. Restless night. Empty dream. Means nothing. Max 1 transient. Okay, so dreams are all maxed out apparently. But you are asleep. I mean, you're fully caught up in sleep. Focus Fern. We'd actually need... Ooh, we need to use the LT before we do that. So put it under ingredients. So much stuff. Chemical worksheet on their hand should be useful. Catalytic powder is also useful. Raw meat, which means my plan for everyone to have a meal is going to happen. And Dr. Calgar. Okay, so cool. Grab the basic meal. There you go. Well, a full meal, and then we'll summon the forces of destruction, damnation, or whatever. Whatever tends to happen in these cases. Sure. Okay, so everybody full now? Great. Take the raw meat. Atticus can prepare it. And let's see why we're doing that. Need to wait 0.4 over there. We could use the healing dose on you so you don't have to wait too long. No, not you. You. Mechanicus, you can use that. You can use that. Oops. Okay, obviously he doesn't like it. But you're... Let's just wait a moment. 210. Excellent. Akari can have their healing dose, and afterwards we can replace it. Yay! Oh. Vitality is restored. Dining guest. Ooh, we can perform a task in this room. No matching card. Okay, let's get Empty Dream out of here. Locked in. What can we perform? Nope. Okay. How would we perform it? Task focus. Ooh, okay. Let's get vital. We could get... So, good doctor. Dr. Calgar, task card none. Infinite use, immobile. What happened? No, we definitely need more stuff, though. Calgar, yeah. Want some more stuff. Yes. Okay. This place is already full. The Raven Scarp. Sure, why don't you tackle that? I guess... Root sensations, secrets. Yeah, I don't see him actually pulling off the ritual. That'd be kind of funny if we could. Use blood. Valhalla Tear, because he's the one who really hates it. And... Opening eye. Need one more. The snake. Like I said, I can pull it off. Ooh. Ooh. The snake doesn't count. Task support. Okay. We need blood. Okay. Draw. Okay, what about using charcoal? Can we do it? No. Oh, wait. Oh, it's still gonna... We can only do a +2, I see. Total for items. Okay. So that's good to know. Can't use Atticus, but we can use someone else, which we will be using someone else. Moment. In the meantime... Oh, I guess we're making moonshine. Actually, yeah. We'll do that. You know, when you've got nothing better to do. Okay, tears. What the hell is tears? Okay, so... Yeah. Well, that's going on. Where is the good doctor? There you are. Give to the bee. Alright, so you... How about you focus it on the healing sprig? There you go. Okay. Scholar. You, on the other hand... Give the snake... And Valhal's tear. You can pull it off. And you will. Codex back here. Alright, so go for it. Should have used the blood, it's easier to do. More raw meat, huh? Or even scarp. Okay, so... Open the darkness. Open the void. We are so full of good ideas. Let's see. Can't use focus fern. Can't use the... Can we do 2 raw meals? Probably not, but you never know. Simon Ackerson. Make contact with first circle. The world melts away in watery gloom. A vision shimmers into the view of stepping through a waterfall. Hello? Are you from the outside? Have you come to take me home? Please take me home. It is so strange here. Roots like worms and worms like roots. I don't like it and I can't get out. I am slow and empty. Am I falling asleep? Am I dreaming? No, you're just disintegrating. The one who brought me here won't take me home. She comes and goes, singing like a howling star, her head all broken up. Simon's energy begins to waver. Please, please tell Pa I'm sorry about the necklace, and I miss him, Ma and Amy and Tubbs. Oh, well, hi. I am the key, the opener of gates, instrument of the end. I am the keeper of Nibru's secret paths. You have come knocking for me to return the boy? I will not. He is dreaming in the gardens of the first circle. He will sleep with the shadows of the shore, tribute to the end. Turn back, fleshlings. These roads are not for you. Okay, well that happened. Ritual out of my head. Okay. Something tells me this was a bad idea. Chapter 2. They are awakened, the dance has begun. Parable of the Open Eye. Great. Nice tarot card. It's like, what is it with tarot cards? Alright. Crack in the world. Ritual remnant. Alright, before we go any further. The key has returned to Nibru, but a dark runic scar remains etched into the floor of the chapel like a wound. A fetid draught rises from inky outlines. This is a tear in the world left behind in the aftermath of a dark ritual. While present, the fracture may provide ingress to things from beyond. To mend the fracture means to banish the entities it gives birth to. Hey, what in hell was that? It felt like the sky had become an ocean and drowned all us all, the Ackerson boy, like a ghost, half deer and half elsewhere, thin and hollow. Atticus rubs his eyes with grubby fingers. And that beast, that horror, its head like a broken root, was that real? And if so, what has Gideon done? That entity was an instrument of Nibru, a lesser demon of the end, something I thought I would never witness. Vitali shivers, but his response betrays an edge of excitement. The key is the custodian of the first circle, the sentinel on the shore. I have read of such beings, but never dreamed I would see one. Perhaps the window through which the key spoke was not fully closed. There is a mark here on the floor, an uncanny rift or fissure. A key suddenly dropped here by the boy. A card seemingly dropped by the boy. Calgary picks the key card from the grimy boards. We should monitor the scar in case the suspicions cogents. conjures more nightmares. Very wise, Castigar. We need more information on how these unholy rituals operate and who is involved. I suspect there are more occult texts locked in the secure cases of the archives. I will send word to my colleagues of Ventress. Perhaps they will provide us with assistance in accessing them. Okay, the Volunteer can go back. Excellent. Good to know. School code. Slip of crease card. Meow. We describe with neat letters of limited code. It appears to be a key card of some sort. Versailles sign of an academic. It's a school access point, obviously. But it's a machine room. Oops, we need to stop timeline there. You, get over here. Said I wasn't using much of these things before. Now, apparently, we are using it. Ritual remnant. I think we should probably not be where the Irving's eyepiece. Let's get back here. Oh, I must have flipped description by mistake. Okay, we need one more of these. And it's booster matrix. Yeah, we'll do that. Should be relatively easy to get back. You unlock that. Atticus, I need you to just book it. You book it. Take the sprig. We'll deal with it later. Alright, Tubbs, I can't do anything for you, but I think you're probably immune. Crack in the world. Banish the entities he gives through. So it's 8 entities we probably have to banish at some point. Grab the raw meat. We don't wanna lose it. Raven Scarp, raw meat. Can't touch you, sorry dude. Okay, so the courtyard's still good. You grab the trowel. I need to replace some losses here. Okay. Sure, let's go with it. Dining room. Anything we can use in the dining room though. Ravenscarp, I guess. Dr. Calgary. Trip some balls for us. Oh wait, and you're not doing anything right now. It's breaking the world. It's bad, by the way. Study. There's nothing in the study I think we can do. Okay. Just see what the ritual remnants do here. Yes, well, I don't like it either. Okay. Rain cap and document box. Let's go. The brain cap I brought from Direwitch appears to be a waste of time. I had hoped it would aid Simon's classes. However, the gadget only requires support of the machine room. It seems to operate entirely randomly. Instead of focusing the user's mind for study, it imparts all sort of chaotic visions. I was tempted to return it, but Gideon disagrees. I think partly because he wishes to avoid leaving the house. I am concerned that his solitude is a sign of something more troubling. I am so immersed in my own studies recently, I did not notice this change in him. It has something to do with his work for the Seeker's Communion. I will have to ask him when the opportunity presents itself. Nothing from Direwitch ever works properly. The nest of grifters down there. But I am glad the lady was starting to notice her husband's decline. Let us hope she got out before she got involved in his wicked plans. It is a relief to find more evidence of Lady Ackerson. Sophia was a keen amateur scientist. I had made her acquaintance at various lectures in town. A truly remarkable woman. I pray we might still find her safe. The device is a Mechanicus device, but it is unfamiliar to me. It seems to be a mental imager. Even if it did not suit her needs, it might be useful for ours. Yes, the equipment in this schoolroom might also be of use. The chair is designed to support motor-enhanced learning. Vitali strokes his beard, considering the possibilities. If we can find the time with an investigation, we could do well with the training offered here. Okay, awesome. Now, brain cap. Focus fast. Okay, Mechanicus division, decorated dials and spouting vine-like electrical cables. It can facepot flexible vision, turning the wearer's focus to a VR helmet, basically. Inwards to examine the fleeting thoughts. By powered and warmed by an attentive subject, the device can advance and explore the inner workings of the mind, so that ought to be horrible. Sure. Let's, need some oil, bud, once we get the laboratory back. Also, to put this into records. Documents box. Laboratory, 3. Yeah, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Okay. You. Catalytic powder, a blood vial, gift to the bee, gift to the monkey would work, but tracing charcoal. Okay, chemical worksheet. No, wait, that's the wrong one. Guess we're using gift to the monkey. All right, crack her open, see what happens when we use that thing. School room. Air is heavy with chalk dust and old paper. Strange mechanical chair dominates the room. Its padded arms sprout metal limbs, or lenses, screens, and other less than full apparatus. If you thought the internet was a bad place for your kids to chill. Now we have this. Okay, you're doing something. You're doing something. Scholar. You're doing nothing at the moment. It's probably for the best. You can't even use the kitchen with you, dude. Gift to the owl. Excellent. Caligari, you're doing okay. Madness at 20%. Oh, that's not good. We need to drink people, don't we? Okay. So, madness. Hawk, Calgar. Ark and Calgar could use a drink. Okay, we got moonshine. We can work with this. We'll keep the alcoholism bonus problem at bay, but we also need to use it on Hawk. Maybe Vitali if we got a chance. Actually, there's Vitali right there. Boys are going to be drinking together. Perhaps okay, so you know what? Yeah, take a drink. Just be done with it. All right, so everybody start task here. As the comfortable space is ruined by the presence of disturbing claw marks across the main dining table. That's not good. Never good when that happens. Alright, my old friend, yeah, the alcoholic. But our madness has dropped down, which is, again, alcohol. It doesn't actually remove madness in games like this. It just prevents you from understanding how horrible everything is. Okay, so, problem being is that courtyard cliff top. Alright, you. Do that. But right now, dining room. We don't have anything useful at the moment. Wheelbud will have to be used soon if to replace, so we're definitely going to need it. Our vision of a theft. Rain pounds in the roof. It crackles like gravel in the grimy panes of the chapel's sunlight. His hands begin to move around the wet dark wood, beating to find the something by touch alone. A soft click reveals a small secret compartment, his thin drawer that slides from beneath. The Lord of Highrook takes a few slips of paper in his pocket and stashes there in the tray. He pushes the wood back until another click occurs. It's ratified the stash is safe. He slopes from the room. Slopes? The rain fizzes angrily against him. We can perform it in the chapel, but we can't actually do that until we have the chapel cleared. Of course. So, curious if this will work again, but I'm not sure we have enough to work it with at this point. Can get raw meat soon. How's our hunger numbers? They're not super. But yeah, the raw. Yeah, we'll be okay. So yeah, we can just. Master, why don't we eat not the raw meat? No, the basic meal. Okay. Well, he's out hunting. Put the brain cat back. Nobody pay attention to what's going on in the kitchen, okay? Excellent. Hardly delicious it will do. Excellent, you keep doing that. However, what we can do is grab Umet's pot. The raw meat, anybody can go in there now. But we definitely, however, need to use the laboratory. Oil bud immediately. That's going on. The raw meat will last longer than the focus fern will. So, which one aren't we going to use? Chemical worksheet tracker's guide. Yeah, we could probably look for more stuff here. We probably don't even need that. Yep, we're good there. Okay. Let's go. We also have the document box. Well, yeah, we should do that too. Per 3. Can't do anything in the courtyard with you, can you? Because you're in the courtyard and we can't do anything. Oh, well. Okay, Raven Scarp. Atticus, get some buds in there. Alright. Need to fill up the lack in the world there. Day 5. Excellent. Got a letter coming in. Atticus's note. Wait, that's you, dude, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, I have to examine this first. It is letter. Feather Mechanicus Astor. First, we commend you on your commitment to this investigation. A paper on your findings is most welcome in the Institute archives. Judging from your description of the modified locks, it appears Lord Ackerson has been receiving assistance from the Seekers. The community has developed an alternative configuration to our standard locking mechanisms and uses it to secure its hideouts and archives. Their work is far from sophisticated, though. We've included a Mach 1 skeleton key of this letter to enable you to bypass their crew divisions. We wish you good fortune on your way. May the cogs turn your way. Yes, they are Mechanicus. And at Ventus Institute Assembly. Yeah, the thing is, this would actually work perfectly fine as a world in 40k. Wait, what? Pause. What the hell's going on? Okay, the hell? Okay, Atticus, do not normally do writing, but something is off. This Highrook place is a wreck. Full of junk and books, broken things, don't like it. Smells wrong. Feels wrong. Scholar is a brainworm and Astor is born. Puppet-loving Mechanicus. The doc is the only normal one. Wish she could take that mask off. Probably don't want to know. She fixed me up last spring for kill fever. She cared not about bodies. We didn't all treated us all. In fancy skirts, too. Elegant, you might say, even in all that filth. Anyways, Josh asked me to get his silver snuff box back from the cellars here. Apparently he dropped it last summer. He's helping with delivery. If I leave it by the gate in the courtyard, one of the boys will pick it up. Silver snuff box. Alright, so. Wait, can you... You can perform a task in the kitchen, but you can't because you didn't port there. You do, however, add +1 to anything one does. Okay, cool. Air of Nausea. Keeps entry-level characters every hour. Archives key. Task focus, an intricate master key device from the Venetius Institute, a slim metal body, bristles with teeth and edges of teeth. Each protrusion is attached to a rotating band like an ornate puzzle. This item to help unlock sealed containers in the mansion archives. Okay, booster matrix. That's just the only normal thing going on right now. Machine oil, that too is normal. Vitali's notes. It is difficult not to disguise that lump Atticus. If we did not require the presence of someone to hunt and carry, then I would have sent him away, or at least petitioned at others if we did so. The horrors of Highrook are not which we can beat back our hands like clubs. They are nothing that we can take out in the garden, hit with a spade, then bury in thin dirt. As Atticus no doubt wishes to do, this place is a puzzle box of many dimensional complexity. As an example, whatever ritual incantations Lord Ackerson may have uncovered, it will only my learning and insight that allow us to engage with them in the correct manner. He's technically correct there, but it's not a good thing. Okay, so we've got that doing. Tubbs is here. Air of Nausea. We can't use the dining room for a bit. Archives key, on the other hand. What do we got? We need another one of memories. Do we have a boost for that anywhere? Don't think we've got one. We're gonna document box. We really should get that open. Give to the B and catalyst powder. There you go. Hit it. Okay, well that's going on. Atticus needs to get out of there. Alright, the world's cracked still. Don't know why that night lamp is here. Okay, so you can't do anything about the archives key at this time because we don't have any boost numbers, I think. Wait, we do. There we go. There we go. Got Irving's eyepiece, which is why it got it in the first place. We'll get that undone. Then the vision of a theft. Task book. Oh wait, we can do this. We can't do it in the chapel yet. We still have to get rid of the portal there. Raw meat. There you go. Moongrain will be next. Okay, I guess you're going to do our basics here. All right, let's go. So, Day 5. Golden trail of sunrise reflected upon the sea. How poetic. Not sure what it means, though. Okay. The heck? Grasping roots. As I suspected, the aftermath of our rituals invited new terrors to the house. Perhaps they are linked to the curse mark in the chapel. Caroline seems more intrigued than concerned. Perhaps she use our skills to remove or destroy them before they damage us or the property. Okay, everybody freeze. Or needs to know. Task focus, demonic force. A carpet of fine, thorny tendrils has sprouted beneath their feet. These wire coils of bramble-like roots desperately wrap themselves around anything in reach, stifling whatever they can grasp. Moving through the field of clutching threads is exhausting. Each step a miniature battle with the writhing rhizomes. Hey, that's actually pretty cool. Way to say it. Perhaps we can melt them away or dig out the source. Increases fatigue level of nearby characters every hour. We can if we match its attributes. 2 roots, 2 of that. Okay, so we need roots, and we need... Well, right now we have 2 of these here in place, right? These 2. Okay, grab the documents box for the moment. That's a Kokari. Now we need 2 roots. So we have Atticus, who's got a root, but we need a second root. Do we have any roots? +1 root anywhere? Task focus, task focus. Oh, that's not good. Root. Root, 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 root. Need a second root. And how do you get a root? Oh, wait, we can do... maybe what we can do is just need 1 of those 2. Yeah, okay. Grasping roots. We just need 1. Okay, we can do that. Okay, so Gift of the Bee is actually harder to replace than the Catalyst Powder, so we'll use the Catalyst Powder instead. Don't think we have... Okay, so we'll get rid of the grasping roots that way. That should take care of that. Bring that to 7. Everyone else just keep doing what you're doing, I think. Right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, Sophia's... Alright, we got more. Sophia's note. Oh. The direction of Gideon's new work unsettles me. He is obsessed with a mythical place called Nibru. He seems convinced it truly exists, populated with wondrous treasures and powerful entities. I pray this new obsession has not involved Simon, especially considering his recent illness. He idolizes his father and is always eager to help. Of course, I blame the Seekers for Gideon's transformation. I am sure they're exploiting him for their own gain. He even suggested that I halt my development of the field phone and instead aid him in communion. Hey, we'll need that for War 1. Perhaps I am being paranoid, but I'm going to make my work more secure. The last thing I want is some research end up in the hands of cultists. A familiar tale, I'm afraid, the aspirations of the wife being subject to the ambition of the husband. Well, she's single. She's only married to the machine god. Astor shakes his head in frustration. Sophia was a skilled inventor in her own right. Perhaps if her research had been pursued instead of her husband, this whole debacle might have been avoided. Regardless of the marital squabbles, we should investigate the device Sophia was designing. If it could visualize hidden signals, it might be of great use to us. By disproving her design, we're more likely to find traces of the lady herself. I truly hope so, Vitali. I am concerned that she would not be a willing participant in her husband's occult practices. All right, cool. Let's get this. Records. Gideon's note. These circles are drawn in, and I am not sure if I'm outside or inside. I hear the sea of stars lapping at the shores of Nibru. In my dreams, I feel the early roots of the first circle grasping at my flesh. When I awake, part of me is still there within those obsidian spires. I will not my mind be drowned by these outer beings. I am a seeker. I open the gate. I made the key shelter my son. I will find a path to ascension. I know of the strength to seed. I know that the entities that crossed over yesterday, a gross maggot of disturbing proportions. I destroyed it before anyone else saw it, and was rewarded with such a sense of triumph. I will protect my family. Sophia will understand soon, but as you must hide the truth from her, as she is seen spying on me, I know it. At least we can rid ourselves of the invading fiends. They are not untouchable phantoms. Atticus cracks his knuckles. It appears, Atticus, though take care when facing them. They still exhibit unnatural powers. Calgary grasps her gloved hands together. We must examine each new entity carefully in order to counter their intrusions. We're already doing that. Okay, so let's get this into records. Ring's eyepiece goes back here. Can we do this again, actually? Anything stopping us? Hit it, just in case. Basic meal. I don't think I'm basically terribly hungry. Hawk, on the other hand, is tired as hell. Everybody's exhausted. Okay. Calgary will take care of that thing, and Mechanicus here. Raven Scarp. Spyglass. Well, we could do this in shifts, I guess. Don't think we have any healing draught, so let's see. Night lamp, I guess. Hit it. Let's see what happens. As I like to say all the time. Just poke at things. So this place is a lot less forgiving than Hush House. Okay, let's get rid of the grasping roots, and we'll probably end the episode here. Okay. Yes. Crack in the world is weakened. Yay. 7, right? Got it. Grunts. Excellent. Task support. Faint insight. A small revelation. New knowledge can be applied to improve one's skill. Matching card. Where does this go? +1 what? +1 any skill, I think? Is that what's going on? Alright, cool. Return to the Chateaus. Mechanicus Notebook. DAC Program. A perforated instruction card. One is lined with codes that direct the mechanic's educational tier. When the code is executed with enough insight, the process can enhance the skills of the participant. Using the card will increase the attributes of the character performing the skill. The blank numbers that needed to complete this task is based on the current level of the student. You perform a task in this room. Okay, so you increase the skills of any one person. Mechanicus Notebook. Small notebook complied with gridded paper and mathematical references, busy with mathematical equations and obscure equations. So yeah, we'll be tackling this stuff when we get back. My God, we got a lot of stuff here. Ringside piece. Yeah, we definitely need to think about what we're doing next. Faint Insight goes with the Mechanicus, goes with the Diatech program. I think, right? So who do you want to upgrade? Gift to the snake over here, which is good. You guys have had a good night's sleep. Okay, so what we're going to do, get everything back. We have 7 more entities to banish. The archives key to tackle next. And yeah, this should be interesting. In any case, this is Fantastic Worlds. Hope you're enjoying the ongoing plotline here. Now we're being invaded by small dimensional intruders, which, you know, invasive species are terrible. And we've only managed to minorly get crazy. But, you know, at least the doctor has an excuse to drink. Anyways, like, share, subscribe as usual. I will catch you next time. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.